kind of feel that way inclined as well. It feels like FaZe, they've got the upper hand on this one, even though it's Navi's pick. Sure, they've already beaten them on it. As they mentioned, though, it felt like a game FaZe should have completed. But either way, here comes Rain, an iconic position for him, flashed out towards shore, trying to use that USP to full effect as they spam wildly towards lower. No damage inflicted. And we'll have a look at the remaining setup here for Navi. They've got one Molotov and a couple of flashes. That Xbox smoke's still down, and they may be trying to get up towards Catwalk here. We'll see what the next move's going to be.
Yeah, but they got a lot of cues off of that one. Rain did manage to draw some shots with his speculative shots of his own. Piecing this one together, Navi, oh my goodness, FaZe, they're in exactly the right spot to fight with Simple, but they have abandoned short. They can contest it, stopping that cross, but of course the utility of Navi will aid them. It's going to be perfecto. He can double flash them in, a Molotov perhaps to flush out the site, and off we go to the races. Rain looking to fire off some shots this time that connect. Simple is going to be the late arrival on Long, and Rain, he's already managed to find the first, and it's Olofmeister and Nico in perfect unison. FaZe in 5 seconds flat eliminate Navi.
Oh, not the start they were looking for there. Navi were pretty standard execution towards A. They smoke towards Xbox. They put the CTs back, couple of flashes over. Molotov on the side, but the Molotov does absolutely nothing for them. Rain is waiting on the ramp. He gets the most important kill of them all. This one right here. Bomb goes down in a really awkward spot. And at this stage, you can see the USBs just connecting every single bullet, landing in the skulls of Navi there. And no bomb planted suggests it's going to have to be an eco. AK's in the third.
Now, I'm no expert, Henry.
Go on.
That Molotov on the pistol, it did provide a whole lot of extra cover for Rain playing ramp.
It actually looked like it did, right? It seemed like it kind of shrouded his position instead of like taking vision away from him. Yeah, it's a good point. They were hoping to flush someone out there on the bomb site and hopefully make things awkward, but you're right. I think it actually provided some camouflage, as we'll see. One of those rounds where if they get a bomb down, that'll be a victory in its own right for Navi. Most common approach in these sort of rounds will be towards short, because you can send 5 players up. If you just get 1 kill, maybe not even that, you could sometimes force out a plant. That's not bad from Simple. Starting to get warmed up now at a very quiet showing on the first map of Nuke, as they make some way towards a bomb site. There's not actually much presence there at all. We are going to have one player towards long. It's going to be Olofmeister, but he's got the MP9. Can't really challenge this one. The bomb probably goes down here.
Yeah, you said force a plant. Well, Simple's Deagle does seem to have been the catalyst in getting the explosives down. Victory, bit too much of a tall order, but this can be damaging for FaZe Clan. They're going to be pincering in 3 short, 1 long. Boomich perhaps to flank on Rain, but it's unlikely he gets the timing because Rain, he is not slowing down. Crab walking into the site to tap away at the head of Flame. He does bring him down to an operational frag, and there we go. That'll be Brokey to convert. 3v3 though. Coldzera has to be tidy with this one. Electronic can still take him down, but he is all alone and does get the first with just his Glock. Brokey on the defuse, can't be contested. Perhaps a fam has to take into the next. Olof has other plans. $600 for FaZe Clan's Olof, and 2-0 on the board.
Yeah, but bear in mind, I just said that if they get the bomb down, that's a victory. They managed to get 3 kills. Bomb planted. They've actually got enough for an AWP. If they really wanted to bring it out early, they could actually drop a quick AWP into the equation. Let's see how this shot went down. 1 bullet, of course, straight to the face of Nico. Does enable them to plant and makes things very problematic for FaZe going forward now. This will be a weak buy. You can see Brokey's only got the Desert Eagle. There's a scout out for Nico, and I assume there's an M4 on the ground for Olof, which there is. Brokey does get a FAMAS as well, so everything looking okay for them. It's a faster approach from Navi. Could just be going through those mid doors of Electronic, charging down towards Xbox. Jumps up. Instead, just waiting. See if you can hear any sound cues at this point. No one towards the short position. We've got Rain in CT spawn. Nico just a scout on the A side. Standard catwalk smoke here. Takes vision away from the CTs, gives you a little one-way as well towards the car position. Still have plenty of utility on the T side. 4 smokes remaining. This is a good boost. You don't see this too often these days, but very effective at shutting down mid to B splits. It is a pre-fire. You'll see 2 smokes coming if they do go to that position, and CT spawn on top of the boxes on the right, and normally pre-firing range spot. That's why you'll stay crouched until you feel like you can get a couple of kills and survive.
We're seeing a lot of teams now actually having obviously a variety of different lineups, but to molly that close right corner doors, it seems like it holds a lot of power and a lot of information as well with the sound cues.
It's just a really awkward position to go out and dry face it. It's better off just to drop a Molotov there and confirm no CTs in a position. Speaking of position, we have got Coldzera close to those tunnels right now. Gets himself out of it though. Molotov pushes them right back into the bomb site there. We had the smoke down, so it's absolutely fine. And the A finish coming in here for Navi, but it's Nico. Remember, this is the scouts. Dropping to the CD spawn. Great stuff.
That's a great catch. Rain's going to be mad about that one. Nico, though, with only a scout, he can't really actively hold that drop down. Certainly not convincingly. And Navi They've got all their pieces in the right place now. They're crossing into the site pretty much uncontested. Long presence is there. This is textbook from Navi. And Faze, they might just accept this one. You can see their stance does suggest something of that ilk.
I think you might be right there. They're not rotating at all. And these are more the rounds we want to see. Teams accepting the fact that they can't win this round and just hold on for the money. I think we had it yesterday on Inferno. It just felt like there were lots of rounds where you just you can give this one up. You don't have to win this round. Save the money and look to the next. It's very early days here on Dust 2, so I don't mind this at all as Navi execute there towards CT spawn. A few smokes down, flashes over. Nico doesn't even hear them drop down, and Rain, he was just absolutely done for at that point. But still, very well done. Just one kill found. That's going to be for Boomich. He'll get that bomb planted. There's no chance of a retake. But Faze keep their weapons up, and it means they can get some utility now. They'll still have the 3 rifles. Rain might be down to an SMG, but they'll have the utility they need going forward. Nico will stay on the scout, and he's also got the kit as well, just to note that.
Yeah, and of course, Boomich will communicate where he found Rain, so they'll be keeping their eyes peeled for that boost again, should they try anything towards middle. Let's see this. He gets the glimpse of him, and that's the only frag of that round.
Yep. You don't see that too often, but it makes a lot of sense. Rain will just be there with the Desert Eagle. They don't fully invest in all the utility they need. They're trying to keep the money strong here, so that's quite nice to see. Perfecto over decent long spawn, but he's got 4 players to deal with here. Makes his way out on towards the barrel. Flashbangs are catching him, but the bullets are not. We are going to see Rain, though, out of nowhere with a double kill on the Desert Eagle. That recovers some weaponry now, and they've got the advantage, but damage has been inflicted. This kill's massive, and an electronic to deliver.
Only one scout shot from Nico. He gets one chance at this, and it's missed. Forced to retreat now as the site does not get over Duran. Yes, Electronic has control, but instead his partners in crime, Boomich and Flamey, have other plans. Are now heading towards short. They're not quite convinced that they'll do so uncontested. A Molotov towards doors enables them to do so. Starting their cross now. Nico's upgraded to an AK, can start the tapping, but not to be. The shooting gallery very difficult when 3 targets are shooting back at the same time.
It's looking good for Navi. It's all up to Rain. Already got 2 kills to his name, but 19 HP. Brokey currently in CT spawn, looking for any sort of opportunities here. I think they're going to have to give in. Rain will hold towards the pit and see if anyone overextends, maybe take a rifle away from them, but I don't think they'll be going for it. Brokey starts to retreat, only got the FAMAS here. And remember, they didn't fully invest into the round, didn't buy absolutely everything. They've kept themselves about $1,000 per player, and in terms of loss bonus, they are going to be at the second stage after this one, so that's going to be 1,900 coming through. That's the kill Rain was looking for. Absolutely fine with that.
At that range, Electronic's head is 3 pixels wide. That's precise. And that's the 3rd added to his tally. It doesn't look great for Flamey actually in this one. If he continues his investigations, that's an easy pickup for Brokey, making this very costly for the Navi squad.
So Boomich not going to deny the Krieg, I don't think. We'll see if Brokey can actually upgrade. He doesn't. Surprising. Just going to make sure he absolutely survives that one. We go 2-2. Navi starting to wake up now. Just got absolutely battered on Nuke. But this was impressive from Rain. The second kill, a little bit awkward for both teams there. Lovely shot. You're absolutely right towards Electronic. Very precise indeed. The AWP for Simple. Coming out of round number 5. One Krieg saved the FAMAS. They don't force again. They've already got a map under their belt.
Very reserved from FaZe Clan. It's not always been the way they've looked. At times we describe them as the AIM stars. Less structure, well, that's all changed. You know, a year has passed since then. Rosters have changed. No Guardian. Brokey rocking the AWP as well. The rookie that impressed them. Seen a couple of stories like that. I mean, look at Perfecto. They weren't expecting him to be the one. He played practice and it just felt right. Same story came out of the FaZe Clan Brokey pickup. Yeah,
pretty much. Everyone within the top 10 right now has one of these young stars that's emerged in the last year. You look at MIBR bringing in Mayan, for example. Like, there's lots of names we're not really aware of, but getting signed by these massive organizations. We'll see now if we have any sort of resistance here from FaZe. Olof confirms that short is clear, at least for now, but he fires off some shots. He's trying to funnel them towards middle. He's seen them dropping down now. He's just suggesting, yeah, I'm not sure. You shouldn't really think about coming up here. Maybe go towards B. Maybe that's a better option. You can see they've got a nice setup here. You don't actually see this too often. 2 players tucked in on the left. If now Brokey does them quickly, it's likely they don't even check Coldzera's position. But either way, he's going to push in. Brokey's done for here unless he times this very well indeed. He's just going to go down. Coldzera has a chance here. Can he get more than one?
It's a chance, certainly. Tucks in on the corner. Perfecto presents good damage and finished by Nico. His deal is looking fierce, but so simple. Flamey through the smoke, but it's all on him. Olof His teammates have tagged down his opponent, so now Flamey operating with just 23, and actually just 20 on the clock. He is going to have to get a hurry on. Olof knows it. He can start crawling.
Olof's got a Krieg now. No armor, but like he said, just one bullet will do it. He's seen Flamey cross over at this point. Bomb will have to be planted. He has no choice. He has to go for it. Tucks himself in the corner. Olof doesn't swing just yet. Going towards those double doors. He's going to walk in. One bullet will do it.
One single bullet. Flamey trying to get somewhat of a surprising angle, but he's gone for the 50-50. Olof got some information. He reacts, and Olof secures the third for FaZe Clan. Phenomenal from Nico. They don't even have a chance, a say in that round if he doesn't hit that second dig.
Well,
crucial.
I like that. The fact they push in towards that B tunnel position there. It actually baits Navi to come through. coldzera is ready and waiting. The Desert Eagle gets one, does significant damage to a second as well. Allows Nico to get a quick kill on the first upon entry, then nails the second headshot. And that's going to be momentum going in favor of FaZe here. Great work from Simple. He actually got the wall bang towards the double doors. And look at this. Oof. You don't see that too often. Not that clean. And all of Mice, we said one bullet would do it. Fires about 5 towards that position. Flamey not happy about it. We haven't seen many death slams this tournament. That's going to be one of the first. Frustration setting in here as they limp into round number 6 with Galils and a Mac 10.
Nico prefers to punch himself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's the YOLO play. When all else fails, send Simple up mid, and oh my goodness, he was an inch from finding Rain. He still could. Holding this line so confidently, but he presents his bottom, and coldzera is ready to spank. A second from coldzera. Body shots into Electronic. And I'm not talking about the ones après ski. 4v3.
It'd be weird if you were talking about those ones.
Yeah. Other unique experience.
Good to clarify, though.
Clarification is important, Henry. And so is this round for Navi. They are operating at a disadvantage, and they're so spread out. What do you make of the Simple all-in, charging down the middle?
It suggests the mindset they're in right now. We saw a lot of that on Nuke, him taking matters into his own hands. Players like Nico will do that as well when they're in a tough spot. I just think it's a little bit too early to pull the trigger on that sort of play. It's such a gamble. If it doesn't work out, it's a wasted round, right? You just feel, okay, we just bored up into that for nothing, really. But this is lovely from coldzera. The fact that they've now got a 4-on-2, he's pushed towards B, all that information gathered, he can fall back now. He doesn't need to protect that bomb. He just needs to have a bit of self-preservation here. That's going to be another kill for coldzera, no problem at all. This is Counter-Strike perfection right now. We'll see whether he can close things out. Not quite. Gonna get it. It's going to be perfected to remove him from the equation, and we'll be left in a 3 versus 1. But pretty much no chance he can even get the bomb down here. We'll see what he's made of.
Minoidi hasn't collected it. There we go. Scoops it up. 20 seconds. The fight would be versus Nico. He does not miss many. Yeah, no issues. FaZe Clan will find themselves 4 and start to build the lead. They picked up the pistol and converted. That's the first 2, and now 2 in a row heading into round 7. Second map, if you just joined us, Navi, they did fall on Nuke. Dust 2, it's a rematch of the opening game of Group A between these two teams, and it was 16-14. It went the full 30. Our analysts suggesting that actually FaZe probably should have won that.
I think I tend to agree. Simple, running out towards his mid doors. coldzera can't believe his luck. A freebie as they rush towards long now. Nico might be in trouble here. Has he got backup?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
He does, but all of Mice a little bit late. They still could recover that AWP, which they have. He needs to be very careful here. They're going to swing out on it any second now, and he could be taken down. If they get that kill in the hands of Simple, that could be enough. He misses it though. Olof is going to use that opportunity to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, he knew he had probably 1 second before that repeak was coming in, and he does manage to reposition. They'll boost Olof up, and that's damage control. Nico did, of course, make an express delivery of a priority package. That AWP makes its way into Simple's hands, and that mistake, that death, that find from Boomich could be enough to give them a chance. There was none, but now a 4 versus 4 and an AWP on your star player. It's just enough to try and make an impact. And you will see Navi acknowledge that, slow things down, give him the space to start trying to do what he does best.
Yeah, there's plenty of time here. Problem is, Alex, they only have that AWP, nothing else, no armor. And they'll go towards long, which makes sense. I assume he'll hold towards platform. They'll just creep up and he'll just be behind them, backing them up, using his teammates as cannon fodder here. coldzera just gets flashed over towards the crossover. Just get a little peek. He didn't get much for it, but they are coming in that direction. 30 seconds here. Simple gets one more. Ooh. They will fully commit.
He saw the M4 on the back of Olof. Just a tiny tip of the barrel. Just the tip. It's Simple. Finding the first for Navi. Trying to get in, and another falling. Simple's done everything he possibly could, but his teammates, they just had nothing to support him. Great work from Faze to finish, but at what cost? They lost 3 players, and they are kept honest. No one going to be able to build too much of a bank. 2 rifles preserved, and we're off into another round of play. We get to see that replay of coldzera's hold, just making sure, he can catch and at least inflict as much damage, soften him up for his teammate holding on sight.
Well, decent eco there, I have to say, for Navi. More than they bargained for sure. No AWP going into round number 8, however. We do have a potential B on our hands at this point. The mid-split coming through, and there's only one player towards the side. That's Brokey.
You know what they say about Bs, Henry?
What's that?
They sting. In they go. Navi not going to be able to find the first, and Brokey, he can just stay there. No worries, the smoke's still there. Grey screen if you want to fight me. Flashes from his teammates now, and that's enough. It deters, and Navi will reassess.
Well then. I thought they were going to commit off that one, but Brokey's done enough to push them right back into a default. You can see the bomb coming through T-spawn. Electronic. Little gander down towards the double doors there. Nico still the AWP. Traditionally plays towards that car position, but he's going to allow Olofmeister to set him up towards the long doors. He can peek towards the T car here. If he gets that position, it means he can just anchor long and just stay there, be happy with it. He doesn't want to push any further than this, but now he has full control. Long is no longer a problem at this stage. We'll see whether he wants to commit to it. Maybe he's going to send Olof in just to anchor it with the M4. He'll have a shadow advantage here.
Well, if he tucks in on that corner instead, he actually wants to actively fight it. Rightfully so, Electronic wasn't ready, but Olof unprepared for the swing. Nico, fortunately, can keep control of Long. He will be flashed off, and great work from Boomich, the jiggle to draw the shot, keep attention on him. Nico, you're in trouble here. They're already up on A. He hits the dink onto Simple. We'll see if that pays off in the end, but now Navi have a real shot at the third.
I can't believe he hit that USP bullet. He actually might have saved the round here. We'll see. It's coldzera coming through. Simple can't challenge. A couple of bullets towards Simple or Flamey will save the day. They've got no utility on the CT side, and money isn't amazing. I think they might just be giving up already, which is fair enough. They have a 5-2 lead. They save these 2 rifles. They've got a nice healthy buy going forward. You obviously can't buy the AK on the CT side as well. Got to hold on to that. Just didn't feel it. They need like a flashbang, a smoke or something. They don't have the information we do to these players. Are so incredibly low.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure Nico was aware he hit that dink.
Yeah, you might be right there. He was overwhelmed by that one. He wasn't ready for the pincer. That's a classic textbook move there from Navi, getting long control and then just pushing up towards short. Just so you called, there's 2 players trying to defend that position. They time it very well. It's a successful round. Simple still has the AWP. 2 kills for Boomich in that round. Massive work.
It's quick math, isn't it? You kill Olof on Long. You know Nico's still there. You're hearing the AWP shots. You pretty much assume that there's only going to be, at max, 1 fighting you on short.
I liked what Olof did there. Like, getting in towards long doors is great, but I agree with you. Just holding that tight corner might have been better off, just having the advantage there. And it would have meant Nico could really focus towards the A short position and actually been ready for that. But obviously, hindsight is 2020, and we will have a terrorist timeout now after winning the previous round. So Blade, he's got something else up his sleeve at this point, maybe going to change the pace up. And from what we've heard, their comments, like, if they ever take a tactical timeout, it does suggest massive changes are coming. They want to kind of change the pace up. We'll go for an execution here. This is the round where I throw in a bit of a Hail Mary if I'm Faze, knowing that they don't really call many pauses.
Yeah, and you've got so many players who are capable of taking that Hail Mary and running with it. I mean, Rain, he set records on this map in terms of just straight frags. Keep your eyes on who from the Faze roster chooses to step up. It could be determined by a lot of things. Spawn and, of course, the call. We're into it. Navi, they call the timeout, and it does seem like the bomb and the majority of their squad is heading towards the B side with pace.
Indeed. Boomich, he'll be patrolling towards middle. They haven't rushed people. They still have 4 players waiting for the flames, and it's going to be Olofmeister waiting for the brains of Boomich as they commit towards B. Brokey completely flashed off. How is he still alive? He gets away with it. Perfecto, that is, but coldzera now with a very difficult task as the incendiaries come through. He can't leave through the window. Surely he went for it, and he's punished.
And this looks really good for Navi. Perfecto, that frag is enough to lock him out. And Faze, they've been so happy to save. It seems like a similar call is being made. They are keeping their eyes on the long term. That's 3 rounds that I can think of at the top of my head here on Dust 2 alone, where they've made the safe call.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense, right? Like, you've just got to hedge your bets sometimes with this thing. Is this actually going to work out for us? Notoriously one of the most difficult bomb sites to retake, especially when you have a disadvantage here. They had smokes, they had incendiaries. They could have smoked the tunnels, Molotov the platform. But looking at bigger picture right now, they want to win this map. They don't need to steal rounds away. Keep the money strong. With 3 weapons up, you've got a great chance of actually winning the next round. They're not going to have a massive amount of loss bonus. There'll be a second stage after this one, I believe. So they'll get $1,900 per player on top of the very little they have. It's actually zero across the board, so around $2,000. And it might be a similar sort of situation we saw on Nuke, where they'll get some PT50s to go with this. They don't necessarily want to dump everything they've got. The fact that Brokey got that blinded is a very, very good flashbang.
Yeah.
I didn't understand his move in coldzera though. I think he was trying to go for a surprise play through this Flames. He just committed in, back-turned. I think he was getting flashed in as he came through.
Yeah, I imagine Brokey's dying. He's assuming they're still just coming out the mouth of tunnels. He wasn't ready for that platform position so early. Yeah, I have to give more credit to Brokey because he was full flashed. He did the backwards strafe off the step onto the box, over the box, and down while full white on his screen. That's muscle memory, and it did manage to buy him a couple of extra seconds to draw the Navis into a wider swing. That's 2 timeouts, 2 rounds back to back. That's an indication of just how serious this is. The odds and the stakes are so damn high. Navi looking to secure a 3rd map. Inferno waiting in the wings should they find the victory here. It's their map pick, but Faze unfazed by the map. Simple missing the shot on the cross. Rarity to see that one in the feed these days. Instead, it's going to be Rain eliminating Electronic, and he stands his ground. Boomich through the flames. For what? He does tuck in on the blue bin. NOA boost, but coldzera's pushing up middle as well. You can see some flare coming out from Faze here.
Yeah, this isn't a bad call, actually. Olofmeister can sabotage their efforts, but is he aware the Perfecto is going to be towards T-spawn? He just about gets the crosshair there, but minimal damage inflicted. It brings it back to a 4-4. Rain had to work so hard to get that first pick, and now he could be done for. Is he the one who gets boosted out? That would make sense. And now they know exactly where he is. They'll have to go towards short now. I think the swing is coming, Alex. It's up to Nico and Rain here. It's Simple, landing a stunning headshot. The last line of defense has to be Nico, using the incandescence of the flames, trying to hold on, but the smoke is down. He won't be finding a quick frag just yet, but there is a slight gap, I suppose.
Simple so desperate to bait out the shots. He does get Boomich into the site safely, but the boost comes in, and so does the kill. Ooh. Simple, a quick reaction could secure the round for Navi, and he hunts for the last. Brokey's gone, coldzera remains. 40 seconds. Perfecto, he's got his eyes in the right place, but coldzera, ever precise, finds his 8th frag, and Simple, he thinks he's got enough time, and he has. coldzera's hit the walk key, and that's enabled Simple to go to the other side of the map.
Yeah, he's got a nice clean plan down here. He's got no utility, but he's got all the time in the world, the most open plan he can ask for. He could just tuck himself in the back of the bomb side if you want to go for the extra cheesy play, which he might do at this point. We will see. Everyone would assume in this sort of scenario, you just think he's going to be towards tunnels here. We'll see what Simple's got up his sleeve. He wants to spot out coldzera. Gets himself towards Xbox, and actually just ducking and weaving here. It's a little bit dicey.
It's ballsy. Just hoping for the timing. Got the information he needs, and that's a simple round for Navi. 4 frags in it, and that quick reaction onto Nico was how he managed to get the gag order issued. Make sure that Faze couldn't continue to make things a whole lot awkward. Losing that bomb planter, it could have gone so wrong.
Bear in mind, that was technically an eco as well for Faze. They had those 3 saved weapons, 2 USPs. They still brought it down to a 1 versus 1. Their money will be relatively strong going forward, but an epic performance here from Simple. The shots he got up here, the sequence of events were pretty magical, I have to say. And finally, some damage landed for those double doors. It'll be coldzera down to 30. Flamey pushing the envelope once again towards the long double doors. He makes his way out towards blue bin, and there will have to be a reaction play here from the CTs. The fact they've given up long like this, I expect them to be a little bit more inquisitive, even towards short of those B tunnels, as they've given up full long control at this stage. So it's Olofmeister. He's probing off towards short. Rain and coldzera by the mid doors. They're probably going to have to push this with a little bit of assistance from Olof. And in they go. There's an HE. They really do need to go for those doors, start getting towards top of middle, but they're worried about the AWP presence on the other side.
Yeah, together, all 4 of them will get that information, ensuring that they can do so safely.
So that's something. There's no one lower B. They can take an educated guess that all 5 players are towards long at this point. Still a 5-on-5. They don't have an incendiary, but Olofmeister trying to scramble back into position here at the A side. He knows it's a long approach, and he gets himself in a heads-up position.
There's a lot of utility on Navi. I'm seeing 3 bottles of flame, and 2 of them now flying through the sky. A nade in response, trying to soften them up, and Olof wants to fight on the flash from Nico. Good catch from Flamey. This should be Navi's. Only one can really contest his Rain, and he has to be so precise. This is a headshot angle, and there's 3 hunting him down from different angles. He does well to find one, And Zera frag does manage to make things close, but Navi find their 6th.
Big round from Navi. Clean one as well. Wasn't the best of buys for Faze. They did have enough for heavy weaponry, but didn't have those incendiaries. Lost long control. You saw their reposition towards short and middle. That was the right call, but there's no one there to really handle them. They're trying to get back towards the bomb site. They get a couple of kills here, but it's overwhelmed by the manpower of Navi. All 5 up towards that A bomb site. Very efficient with those creeks. And we'll see another eco for Faze here. 6-5 down. Remember, this is a T-sided map, so they'll be happy with this. That's why they're saving so much. They'll take the rounds, and they seem like they actually have a chance of picking them up. So they've got a couple of smokes, 4 deagles. Zera gets some Kevlar. That's about as exciting as it gets. And Navi have read it quite well as well. They're going to have 2 MAC-10s up against 4 unarmored players. So they should chew through them. No problem at all here.
Yeah, Boomich and Perfecto are just going to be given a whole lot more freedom. Let them off a leash a little. Ensure that the information is communicated before you send your hard hitters in. It's cat and mouse. Find Faze clan. A little less catchy than Find Waldo, but...
Or Wally, if you're from the UK.
Shout out to Where's Wally? I was the kid that got that out of the school library. Everyone else is getting out all these books. I'm the one that's renting Where's Wally.
I think I might have been the same.
Anywho. That's a bit of a problem in future for Navi if they choose those same smokes, but gap not going to be an issue this time because there's more where that came from. A second set from Flamey and Simple for the cross.
Yeah, another 5-man approach from Navi. It worked out so well before against the Rifles. One will give it a go with the MAC-10s leading the charge here. Remember, no armor on Faze. Looking to farm some cash here. Perfecto with 4 frags. I'm sure he'll get a couple more here. There's the first. And there is going to be a cold Zera on the side here, but everyone sits in the smokes these days. No one's taking anything for granted, but it is buying time. Cold Zera emerges, somehow gets one. And what a scalp to find as well. That's Simple removed. Trying that boost again, but he's showing a little bit of ankle. It's going to be Nico giving up his position, and now at this point, a 2-on-2. Olofmeister brings one back. Do they have a say in this one? Well, if they do, are we down to this man on your screen right now? Needs 2 Deagle headshots very quickly indeed.
Olof crawls. Not going to happen. A lovely coordinated peek from the Navi remaining. Puts the 7th on the board. And actually, I mean, they're going to be hunting for a 9-10 scoreline coming into their attempt at the defense. We have seen, especially here in Katowice, some ridiculous. In fact, here's a good example. Mousesports G2, they took it in turns to get 11 rounds straight on their T side.
That was insane, wasn't it? It looked like, okay, this game's done. Shut it all down. Then I came back in, and it's like 11 rounds in a row? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, yeah, Dust 2 is a weird map. It's one of the most momentum-based, spawn-based, and economy on the CT side can run away from you. You can find yourself never getting the double orbs out. We haven't seen that from Faze yet, and I know they like to lean towards it. Simple trying this audacious pick towards middle. This time a bit of backup behind him, so it's not as wild. But watching towards CD spawn, he knows that the likes of Rain normally rotates back in, and he would be dead on. That's going to be the opening frag. I've calculated the one this time. That's not just rushing middle. He's just waiting for Rain and is aware of his tendencies.
Yeah, someone's been watching some demos because it's the same player, same angle, and he finds him this time. Rain gone.
And before Rain tucked the left wall, he was maybe a bit more aware before. This time, a little too open, taken down. And what's the reply from Navi at this point? They've got the advantage. They've been focusing towards that long position. This time, manpower towards short. Nico working with Olof at the ramp here. Yeah, he needs a pick. He knows it.
He knows they're coming his way, so he's going to try and get the first and fall off. The smokes do suggest the push is coming. Olof considering the smoke to extinguish, but he doesn't need it. Instead, he aggresses. He's got a good idea. They know Electronics drop CT. This is no longer an advantage. He's trapped himself. Coldzera from short will pinch them in, pushing them, poking, prodding, saying, go A. You hold. You're kind of running out of options. Not anymore. Simple relieves that pressure, and there's more coming from long. 8th. Looking good for Navi. Electronic does fall eventually after being called out, but he managed to catch the dink, and so Brokey, he'll just be lucky to be alive.
We didn't see much from Simple on Nuke, but my God, is he ever showing up now? Wall bangs all over the shop here on their T side of Dust 2. The one towards Xbox as well. You'd think you're safe in that position. You think, why? As long as I don't peek, they can't get me. But of course, straight in the skull. It's the AWP bullet that finds Coldzera, and at this point, it's going to be 3 players surviving for Navi. Another successful round. It's a scrappy map, and they're landing their shots at this point. Brokey will have the M4 and just be looking to save it with just 9 points of health.
Simple again, drawing blood early. this was compulsory for Navi. You had to have Simple because it was what, 4, 5? I think he was around, like, he was struggling to break 10 on Nuke.
Yeah, it was like single digits, I think. So it really didn't go well at all. But excellent work here, just stringing rounds together. That's going to be 6 in a row now on their T side. Maximum loss bonus on the CT side will only get you so far. They've saved an M4. There's a partial buy there, I suppose, but it all started with that simple push towards the mid doors. We talked about it yesterday, just knowing that most teams will focus towards long or B. Middle's normally open at the start. We'll see players like Nico do that in the second half as well with the AK-47. Get out there quickly, wait for rotating CTs, land your shot. That can be the round in itself.
And round 14 commences. Heavy lean long with the Desert Eagles. A bit of Kevlar thrown in for good measure, and that did look a little awkward for Navi. In the smoke, Flamey does get chunked just a little bit, and Olof gets a whole lot of information. Clears out that blue box push.
Yeah, Simple actually shot the teammate there, unfortunately, but doesn't completely destroy Flamey's round. He's still got 60 health.
Just a wing clip.
Yeah.
Doesn't want him flying too far away.
They still have the majority of their smokes and flashes here. Still with 3 Molotovs as well as they reposition towards shore. It's all about reactions on this map. If you lose territory, you need to reclaim it elsewhere.
Well, that territory looks like it's going to be the fort on short, and that's a brutal way to go down. He had a target, and a second presented itself as he relocated his crosshair. Now towards the short position, Simple. He's just shooting them through walls. He doesn't need to see his opponent. He finds the head regardless.
Yeah, this is kind of insane, the amount of wall bangs he's getting straight to the head every single time, it seems.
Yeah, through the double doors. We've seen him do it now. Actually, just the round before.
The Xbox, yeah.
Xbox, yeah.
So that's round complete. Brokey again to save the M4. It's a rough life out there as a B anchor. Sometimes you can get no action whatsoever. We haven't really seen any B splits from Navi. It's all just been full-on long takes or A splits.
Yeah, they've made it look like a B a couple of times. He's got one, but very hard to make an impact when all the action's happening on the other side of the battleground. We said 9-10 would be the goal, and Navi are about to find the 9th. This has been quite the run from them now. 6 rounds on the trot. This will be their 7th. They're going for him. They're pushing him in. He'll find Perfecto, but they're all coming, and he knows it, and he won't even find a second. Simple makes sure of that with his Desert Eagle, and so the final round of the first half of our second map today. FaZe Clan and Navi. And 17 frags for Simple. You can see that frag onto Nico. He has just found the form that was missing on map 1. And thank God, for Counter-Strike fans, this series now will fully deliver. Whether we see 3 maps or it ends here on Dust 2, an integral part of the Navi machine has been inserted.
Nico taking matters into his own hands. Still yet to see that double orb set up, but firing off a shot towards short. He realizes he has to get the hell out of there and reposition now. Drops the incendiary to buy some time. Disallow access for electronic towards short, and Olofmeister holding the HE out towards long. That's a dangerous game. Needs to be very careful here. They exchange bullets. And at this point, Flamey's had enough. He's going to go join his teammates.
Worth mentioning that if you heard us say Brokey's change roles, main or, well, an exception on Dust 2. It will be Nico and Cold to take the second should they need it, as he plays that flexible B support mid. It's perfect for that secondary AWP. Brokey, expect to see that back in his hands should we see Inferno.
Well, they dribble smoke through. The bomb is in towards tunnels. I don't think they'll use that smoke, but maybe they'll have to now at this point. Boomich goes down. That's the in-game leader removed. Simple hasn't missed many so far on this map. AWP waiting at the mouth of the tunnels. Smoke down for now. Waiting for their teammates to show a little bit of presence here towards A. Nico might be buying it. In terms of the general setup here, just Brokey alone towards B. We said he hasn't had much action yet, but he could be tested at this point. 30 seconds remain. The bomb still towards tunnels. Suggests they'll stay on that side of the map. This looks like a promising smoke. It's going to land towards CT spawn.
And a flash, Nico off the angle, but that might spur him to a support B. It does, and he's arriving just as they exit the mouth. Brokey to be checked and fragged. Perfecto. Perfect. Nico. Another frag from him, but Claimy was in tow. All off to trade, and so a 2 versus 3 as the bomb goes down with just a second to spare.
First advantage we've seen in a long time here for Faze is the last round. No saving at this point. They do have a 3-on-2 lead. Barely any utility on the T side, but Simple, he knows he has to step up here. Nails that first shot, finds his 18th frag. And where there might be a second player towards the tunnels, but Perfecto, he's got to patrol towards the window and the doors here. Simple confirms the tunnels are clear. Retake has to commit any second.
Oh, Perfecto, that's lovely from him. Newcomer to Navi, a triple kill to find the double digits. Natus, Vincere, they are back in business. It's time to see what Faze have got in store for the favored side on Dust 2, the T.
Well, here we go then. 10-5 and a pistol round with 2 smokes. A couple of flashbangs, 1 Molotov. No upgraded pistols on either side here. So standard weaponry. But a push from Simple. It's going to be shut down. coldzera ready and waiting on the barrel there. It is responded by Electronic as he gets a nice shot towards lower B. So everything back to a 4-on-4. Technically does favor FaZe Clan. Just because the CE defense will be spread much thinner and you can group up on the T side in a pack of 4 and attack the weaker defense. We'll see what happens here. Olaf Meister the bomb towards T spawn. coldzera still waiting towards those doors as well.
Boomich is tucked in on that corner. Very limited utility for this one to be pieced back together again. Towards short, it will be Electronic. We've already found the first frag of this round to be tested. And that Molotov, we saw Navi throw a similar one. Let's see what Nico chooses to do with his.
And this tournament so far, when FaZe have found the opening pick, they've only converted 33% of these rounds. We'll see if they can find this pistol victory. It's Nico that can't get a kill on Electronic as he gets his second. Now tucking himself in. coldzera will have to step up. Electronic just picking them off like it's no problem whatsoever. coldzera left towards long, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the ace for Electronic, stepping up, managing to actually shut them down one by one. It's the USP that doesn't miss a beat.
Doesn't miss a shot. Electronic just added 5 to his kill total, and he's just ascended from 9 to 14. That's him back in the fray at the top of the scoreboard now alongside Simple. 18 for the start of the Navi show. Seems like they're going to opt for 2 rifles and 3 SMGs to mow down what looks to be the full eco. Hoping to catch that CT aggression. Of course, in the pistol, Simple charged up. This time, a little more reserved. He's way back behind the double doors. Boomich. Oh, the timing is so good for Boomich. Just as the smoke fades, he's behind the corner. Does take 2 before he's finally caught by coldzera. That 1 P250 is enough to find the head.
Yeah, this doesn't look like they'll be getting the bomb down now. Like we said before, usually going towards short is the best point of approach. Electronic continues the strong form from the pistol round, gets himself another frag here, tucks himself in with the smoke, and calling in for the backup here. It's Simple, swinging with the MP9, confirming they've fallen back. And that's good information gathered here. They can start propping up the B-bomb site. That's exactly where FaZe are heading. They've got 1 MP9 and a Glock. Very unlikely they find anything here, as they've got Perfecto ready in the B site. He's got an MP9 as well, but up against unarmored opposition, he should be absolutely fine here.
Yeah, no issues expected, and you can see that Navi have the buddy system. There's always going to be a trade, even if you do get caught by a phenomenal shot from this Rain MP9. All off in first, but it's the hard hitter that's gone. And no issues for Perfecto. They win the pistol thanks to Electronic's ace and a neat and tidy conversion with the farming SMGs. Time for the first wheel test of FaZe Clan's T side. It looks a whole lot better for Navi here on our second map, but will they be able to close it out neat and tidy, or is there more twists and turns lingering in this second half? It's time for FaZe to tell us.
I think there might be a few more. A FaZe Clan T side on Dust 2 certainly can be a very difficult thing to contain as they go for the long spawns here. Rain helping himself with the flashbang. He does beat the incendiary as well. The smoke's down in the corner. 1 player waiting the other side. That's Boomich. He's only got that SMG. It's a bit of a bonus situation for Navi. They can win this round, pretty much call it done. But it'll be a very tall order with the 3 SMGs, the 1 for mass. as things start to slow down. So long control gathered. They'll keep one player in the pit. That's going to be Rain. Bomb goes back towards T-Spawn, however. So just trying to exploit this massive bit of real estate they've got on the map here towards long. You see the reaction from Navi. Boosting up, looking towards lower B with the M4. And it's going to be a B finish here from Faze by the looks of things. Bomb makes its way towards tunnels. Notice Perfecto's position here. He's going to be baited in by Flamey, who's going to be at the back of the site, trying to take all the aggro away, be as combative as possible, and hopefully Perfecto will get the big spray down.
Oh, I really like that from Flamey. He's got the nade pulled to react for his teammate when he needs support, but he can still jump peek for the mid info, keeping the CTs on A unthreatened. And now they're trying to make it look like a long take, and Flamey immediately responds with the Molotov. He doesn't have any cues, just a sense, and he's absolutely right to feel that way. Flash for Perfecto to get some of that information that's missing, and in they go. More than information, a frag as well. The flash from Flamey onto Nico. Perfecto's bullets raining in, and Navi, this is great work. Triple kill, round one. You said if they win this, call it done. Well, Faze have been slaughtered on this B split. Zera onto Electronic. He's just looking for any way back in, but with 18 seconds, he's just going to accept his fate, keep the Krieg pressed close to his chest. And perhaps the Wolves of Navi, with the flexibility of that MP9, might want to just send him in to finish the job.
What epic teamwork that was in the B bomb side. Perfecto has an MP9. He gets 3 kills, upgrades to a Krieg, doesn't take any damage there. They just got completely manhandled towards the B side of the map there. It was the incendiary to buy a little bit of time. The flash to set up that first kill, a second to enable the second and third, and we'll see Perfecto just mow them down. That's such a powerful flash. You can still see the remnants of the smoke from the HE thrown as well. So much vision taken away, and Faze are in a very difficult spot now. coldzera does manage to survive with the Krieg, and they'll take a tactical time out at this point.
I'm sure that's going to feel good for Blade.
Yeah, that's very well done. Behold.
Yeah, well coordinated. And it didn't even feel like holding that B site was a disadvantage with the weapons they had because of that utility usage of Flamey. Scores on the doors. A couple of members of Faze yet to break into the notorious double digits, but same can be said for Flamey and Boomich. Fortunately, though, for Navi, they have got 3 members on an absolute tear. Keep your eyes on Perfecto. He's keeping up with Electronic in this crucial game that could send his new team home. 13-5. Faze, they're playing for what would be a ridiculous spree of rounds. We've seen it happen at this tournament. It's not like it's impossible, but they aren't expecting this hero Krieg on Rain. Could get cold in pit. Will it be quiet or will it be? Yes, they are. Line up and start the walk. A Q. Lambs to the slaughter, perhaps. Let's see if Electronic holds the line. The spray does paint the picture of where they're coming from, and that nade looks fantastic. Bomb dropped. Brokey gone too, and half of Faze Clan shell-shocked from the HE.
I'm not sure there's much they can do about this one. Electronic ready and waiting in the smoke, looking like to cause more and more damage. He's had a pretty strong shift here on Dust 2. Still got a bit more to say about round number 19, but looks at things. The bomb will get planted at least for Faze, but I don't think they'll be doing much more of this. Oh my goodness, it's Electronic jumping up, just starting on this point. coldzera can't find a single kill. Sure, they get the bomb down, and they will have maximum loss bonus after this round, so they'll have plenty of money, but 14-5 down. Won't be much chance of bringing this one back, but we'll see what they've got up their sleeve here. It's going to be an AWP almost certainly coming out. It's all off Meister to purchase it. Throws it into the hands of Brokey here. It's currently set on 8-12.
Gets to see that T-side AWP. He got the spawn. Makes a whole lot of sense. Will he get the fight, though? Boomich is the only one heading long. Might just be a molly and playing it safe. Yeah, it does exactly that. Enables him to peek, get the info, call it clear.
So whoever gets that spawn usually is given the task of throwing the incendiary in. You can actually beat the T's there, throw it through, fall back. It has to be very specific on where you start on the map. Good nade. Olaf Meister down to 47. One more round for map points here. Looking very likely to go to a third. Navi with Kriegs available. AK-47s on the CT side. Doesn't get much better than this. Lots of money in reserve as well. Simple. More of a passive mentality now, just holding for the incendiary out. Opposite of smoke instead, drops that down, and they're going to be going for a little run boost here. Nico not slowing down. Oh, now he is. Electronic applies the brakes for him. Still a 4 versus 4.
And while they do prepare for this assault towards A, Cold, of course, now moving towards middle as well, perhaps a change of plan. The winds of change. Crucial round for FaZe Clan. This has to be a win if they want even a possibility of sending, or securing, I should say, a spot in the Spodek in 2. Long will be the final hit. Boomich tucked in on Long, but it's only Simple. He lost Electronic early, and now he's got to hold this site all on his own. Great angle, good fight, but he doesn't finish all off. And the Swede does one better. Tapping away, but Flamey and Perfecto, they're taking the fights they've been given. It's given them an advantage into this defense.
At this stage, Brokey's have to hit some shots here. That one doesn't connect towards the pit. Isolated on the bomb side, 2 players coming in towards shore. Advantage Navi, but certainly still possible for FaZe. It all starts this kill towards the pit. Another shot rattles off towards the pit. 2 players coming through now. No utility available on the CT side. It's starting to show as well. Like,
Brokey
struggling a little bit here. Brokey does finally hit one of those shots. 2 versus 1. Boomich surely can't have anything to say about this one.
He's tracking him through the box, opts for the AK-47. They're both so low. Boomich does have the kit, but time is so far gone, he can't do anything about it. He's hoping just to stop that AWP from going into the next round, and mission accomplished. Boomich does his best to get whatever he could out of that victorious round for FaZe.
That's pretty massive, though. The fact he survives with the AK-47, we've already said Navi's money's absolutely out of control here. They've got a couple of players hovering around $10,000. You've removed that AWP. I don't think they can reinvest in it. So that's actually pretty massive from Boomich, knowing he can't win the round. coldzera influential as well. As we see Brokey miss a few key shots there, but nailed the one that really mattered. But that one was important from Boomich. You can see 5 rifles for FaZe. They won't have the sniper, but Simple certainly does. And he might be boosted up here. Boomich at least setting up 1 player to go through. Simple patrolling long.
Trying to go for that fast nade towards the lower tons. Wants to get more early damage. Distinct lack of utility damage from FaZe Clan, but I'll talk about that later because Simple has found another opening kill. There may be a second on the cards as well. Rain smart to jump peek just to try and get the information safely under the guise of the smoke, but the early casualty does seem to be enough to slow this FaZe down. They've got Cold still holding towards T-Spawn, hoping for some mid-aggression by doors, but instead it's the NOA boost. Just safely, passively calling that short cross.
Well then, it's Nico to go down quickly. Simple, completely blind. That'll be a 5-on-4. Still looking for map point here. Everything comes to a bit of a standstill. 2 players in T-Spawn. Xbox smoke being delivered. Courtesy of coldzera. That boost, though, as you mentioned, is a powerful one, but might as well get down at this point. We'll see whether they want to readjust. Holding it for now, and now they do drop off. Dropped an incendiary, an HE. I'm going to see a rotation here from Boomich back towards A.
Smokes fly. Electronic is on cart. There isn't a Molotov immediately available. Olos on short with it. coldzera as well. Simple, lovely second shot. Big gap between them, but now FaZe are committing, and with 20 seconds left, he's done enough. The casualties keep adding up. Electronic and Simple, the only ones necessary to win this round for Navi. And coldzera's doing his very best to not let it slip away. Hold on a second. He's only got 10 seconds. Where's the bomb? It's long. He can't reach it in time. He's going to have to accept his fate on this one. At least an AWP, that's something, but that's 15 for Natus Vincere.
How precise was that from Electronic as well? Just buying so much time towards that car position, dropping the smoke. They're just trying to spam bullets through it, trying to flush him out. They didn't have the Molotov. And at that point, Simple can rotate through, start landing some key shots here with the AWP. This is the opening frag as well. Completely blind, pulls the trigger, takes Nico down. Massive scalp to find. That was very fast as well towards Olofmeister. This was the play of the round, though. Electronic just absolutely destroying them here. coldzera did what he could with the Krieg, managed to get 3 kills, but it's all in vain as we get into round 22. Like he said, he does get the AWP, but 2 of his teammates here will have double deagles. Brokey with no armor on his.
Ooh,
I assume he dropped an AK.
Look at him go, though. Straight through. The element of surprise, perhaps, because he's going to be under the crosshairs of Electronic. He won't be able to see the tip of the head if he crouches. But a jump, that's the one way to solve that issue. Electronic will make the call. And the reaction is a whole lot of utility thrown their way. Bullets as well. Electronic aggressive though, he's extended. But through the smoke, he's enabled to perhaps get another one aggressing into Olof's crosshairs. 4v4. They aren't crossing the smoke, the Molotov is so good, they just have to wait. And that means the boost can come in for the cross, but behind the car is Olof, and now swinging in is Flamey, traded back and forth. The chaos continues, 2 versus 2. Where's that bomb? It's loose for a moment. Nico can't retrieve it. Boomich holds fast, and Coldzera thrown into another clutch, but this time, Henry, he's got time.
He has got time, but maybe not much of a chance here. The AWP will have to land a perfect shot. It's not going to happen. It's a very convincing performance from Navi. They answer back from the battering performance on Nuke. It was 16-7 there, and they look very good on Dust.